It's episode 4 of Easter Exploration. Hi there, it's Mike from High Hopes. We do faith and festivals for kids who have a passion for learning, and we're really happy to offer this to you in your own homes. It's Wednesday, it's episode 4. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to check our learning progress. We're halfway through the week, let's see what we know. We're going to do some time travel as well. Then we're going to listen to our story, some thinky bits, some wonder time, and then of course our famous experiment, working out the best way to cook a chocolate egg. Don't try it at home unless you're with an adult. Grab your learning progress chart because it's time to check where we're at. Remember, you get 10 points for every correct item that you thought was part of Easter. Let's see what we've done so far. On Sunday, we looked at the story of Jesus' big arrival. He rode on a donkey, which showed that he was a servant and humble. But everybody waved palms to show that he was special and a king. On Monday, we looked at the story of the temple turnover. Jesus went to the temple and was angered to see it being misused. So he reminded everybody that it was a holy place, set apart for the worship of God. And yesterday we learned even more. It was the story of the Last Supper. Jesus and his friends ate bread and wine to show that his body was going to be broken and hurt. And finally, Jesus got down on his knees and washed his friends' feet. It was an act to encourage us to put others first. Today is Holy Wednesday in Easter week. But much like Holy Tuesday, we don't really know a lot about what Jesus got up to. Today is also Passover. Passover is an ancient festival which Jews around the world have celebrated for 4,000 years. You've heard this word before.
This story is called the Last Supper. Jesus sat down with his friends to have a special meal. It was the Passover meal.
Yeah, that's right. When Pip told us the story of the Last Supper, she said Jesus and his friends were meeting for Passover. And having a really good understanding of Passover is really helpful for understanding what on earth was going on in the Last Supper and the whole of Easter. So we're going to travel back in time and listen to the story of Passover.
This story is about something called Passover. 4,000 years ago, long before you and me, long before the first Easter, and long before Jesus, there was a new king in Egypt. This was the Pharaoh, and he did not like God's people. God's people, the Israelites, lived safely in Egypt, but Pharaoh made all of God's people into slaves, and he worked them hard, building his cities and palaces. It was really hard. They had to escape, so the Israelites cried out to God for help, for someone to save them. And God heard them, and he sent a saviour, a shepherd called Moses. Moses was the right man for the job. He knew the Israelites, he knew Pharaoh, he knew how to run away, and he knew he was very scared. He was precisely the right man for the job. On the first day, Moses stood before Pharaoh and said, "In the name of God, let my people go." And Pharaoh said, "No." On the second day, Moses stood before Pharaoh and said, "In the name of God, let my people go." And Pharaoh said, "No." On the third day, Moses stood before Pharaoh and said, "In the name of God, let my people go." And Pharaoh, he still said no. Each day, a plague came against the Pharaoh: frogs, boils, gnats, darkness, fire, and hail. 9 days, 9 trials, and still Pharaoh said no. On the 10th day, Moses stood before Pharaoh and said, "In the name of God, I'm giving you a warning. Let my people go, or death will come to Egypt." And Pharaoh said, "No." That night, the Israelites marked their doors and stayed inside. Whilst the angel of death passed through Egypt, no street or town was left untouched. But where the angel of death saw a mark on the door, the angel passed over and everyone inside was safe. After this terrible night, Moses stood before Pharaoh and said, "In the name of God, let my people go." And Pharaoh said, "Go!" And Moses led God's people in an escape to freedom. Every year since then, and even today, God's people remember they were rescued. We call this festival Passover because the angel passed over their houses.
Thanks, Pip. The festival of Passover is a time when Jewish families come together to meet and eat. And they always ask 4 questions. As a bit of extra work, I'm going to give you these 4 questions today, and you're going to have to research it and see if you can figure out the answer. And it'll help give you a bigger understanding of Passover and of Easter. Each question works like a prompt, and then it's the same question. Here we go. On all other nights, we eat leavened products and matzah. And on this night, only matzah. Why is this night different from all other nights? On other nights, we eat all vegetables, and on this night, only bitter herbs. Why is this night different from all other nights? On all other nights, we don't dip our food even once, and on this night, we dip twice. Why is this night different from all other nights? On all other nights, we eat sitting or reclining, and on this night, we only recline. Why is this night different from all other nights? This question, why is this night different from other nights, will be asked around the world today, just as it was asked in Jesus' time. And as these videos go on, we're going to discover how Jesus answered that question. Are you part of a club? Maybe a sports club, or an activity club, or a fan club, or an adventure club? I love being a member of a club. I love being a member of my family. What about you? Do you love being a member of something? Being a member means being in, part of the gang, part of what's going on. For Jews, Passover was a way of saying we're members of God's family. For Christians, Easter is a way of saying we're members of God's family. Both festivals of Passover and Easter use food to tell the story of what happened and to help people remember. Oh, that's interesting. Remember. Remember. To become part of the thing again. Both Passover and Easter remember events that happened a long time ago so that people today can become members of what happened. People even today are invited into the love and care of God's family. I wonder, what do you like to remember? What do you like to be part of again? I've got a challenge for you. Why don't you tell a story of a really good time that happened that you want everybody to remember? A place you went, a game you played, a movie you watched. Have a big think about what part everybody played. Then maybe tell it through a puppet show, or draw it in pictures, or write a story. Whatever you do, share it with the members of your household so that all of you can remember together. It's one of my favourite bits of the day, getting Emma to tell us the best way to cook a chocolate egg.
Welcome back to my kitchen. So today we are going to make a cream egg omelette. With this, you're going to need a bowl and a fork and a knife, your cream egg, favourite chocolate bars, biscuits, and again, a splash of milk. We're going to begin by unwrapping our egg. And then because the scrambled egg didn't go so well yesterday, we are going to crack this open. Oh, that was a good one today, wasn't it? Scoop out the middle still, but we're going to add the shell in later. Put another bit of milk in there. Okay, so we're back over at the frying pan. You're going to want to heat the pan up a little bit first before you put the egg in. So we're going to pour this in and spread it out a little bit. Now the milk is going to heat up really quick, so you don't want the heat on too high. Just going to move this around a little bit, not whisking it like yesterday. So now we're going to put in a little bit. Okay, so we've let it sit, so it should hopefully fold-ish. It doesn't look appetizing, but it does look like it would be the most edible out of what we've done so far.
Well done! You've done some very deep level learning today, and you're well set up for understanding what on earth this Easter week is all about. The story picks up pace tomorrow, so tune back in, and don't forget to find us on Facebook or YouTube so you can keep up to date with all of what's going on. See you then, bye!